The Late Shower here with Third Movement. Wanted to bring another video to you guys. Haven't been doing many lately. I've been busy on some other stuff, but I wanted to get into a conversation about what was going on with Marvin Sapp, right? But I don't want to talk about that situation. I just want to talk about the church, period, right? Somewhere down the line, and I got videos on this where I talk about this, but somewhere down the line, we let those who were called by God, we let them get away from the church, right? We let them who were called by God go out and do other things because they were frustrated with the system of church. And they say, you know what, I'm called to the world. We let them go out into the world and get abused, get misused and all that stuff. But God got them. But we accepted those who were called by man, who was called by a system built by man, right? When a pastor go to church, when the pastor go to school, when he say, I want to be a pastor, he go to school and he get a teaching degree. Where did that information come from? Because that information ain't all God. The information has man in it. The information ain't all Bible. It is people teaching you how to teach the Bible in a way to a lot of times manipulate the people. That's why you see a lot of these churches, especially the ones that have men with doctorate and all that, they're very good at manipulating the people. They're very good at manipulating the information. They're very good at manipulating the Bible because they wasn't called by God. They was called by man, right? Men said, okay, you know enough now to go and lead a church. And a lot of times they even place them at churches. This church system has gotten so, this church system has gotten so big and so strong and so away from what God wanted, right? The best version of the church was in Acts. Right, when they were just starting the church, it was just people coming together, man, and they was being together and they was putting their resources together to go help people. The church system today is really about how God can change your life. How can he change your pockets? How can you get from God? And that's not what the original system was. The original system, when you go to Acts, and we had to break this down in another video because I don't want to introduce scripture because this is a short and make it super long. So when you go to Acts, you know, you see a church that's functioning, number one, in togetherness, right? Jesus said that they shall know me by your unity, right? Jesus said it's the unity that has power. The power that we have is really in unity. It's really not in anything outside of but unity. That's how they know God. That's how they know. That's how they come to Jesus, right? Now, there are gifts. Don't get it twisted. There are gifts that we can use to help the people. But for the people to come to God, it's our unity. And when you look at Acts, you see a unified church that's helping people, that's outdoing, right? Being third. That's what third mean. Is to love God and love others and then love yourself third. So you're seeing people being third, right? Today's church, we have forgotten those two principles. The principle of unity and then the principle of going out and doing, being the forefront. I'm not saying some churches don't do, because a lot of churches out there do, but it's not at the forefront, right? So when you go and get men when you go get pastors who've been raised by men, you get stuff like sin being at the forefront in the church. All kinds of sin. I even heard one pastor use the word to justify abortion, right? Big time pastor. But that's what the people are wanting now. They're wanting the evil, they wanting the sin, and that's what's at the forefront. That's why I said in the other video that a lot of times these pastors that's doing all this evil in the church, that's the judgment of the people because the people want this stuff. The people only gave $40,000 to him to Pastor Sapp because that's what they want. They want that money to come back. They believe that that money is going to come back to them more, right? So they're giving out of greed. So instead of promoting what is righteous, we are promoting what is good to us. Not necessarily what's good for us, what's good to us. And we're going to talk about this more, but I just wanted to make this video to clarify up what I was saying and really just open your mind up to understanding that we got to see this system, this church system, and see it for what it is, a system, this current church system. But it's not God. This is not God. And what I'm weary, and I know I don't have to be too much weary about it because God is God, but I'm worried that this is going to draw people away from the church. But God is going to have a way to bring them back, and that's going to be, that's what I marvel as in my Father, is He got it all under control. Even when I be tripping, He like, no, I got this. So I'm trying to bring the podcast back and do more for the channel. But listen, there's so much information on this channel that you can use to help you walk closer to Jesus, that can help you love God and love people. So I just suggest you go listen to some of the old videos. Remember, I love you, God bless.